This podcast aims to introduce you to the difference between feedback and feed forward. We learn how to give feedback and receive feedback at an early age, and sometimes we use that same mindset in the workplace. Feedback is about what already has occurred in the past, and we cannot change anything about it. Feed forward is about future, which we can change. If you ask anyone what is the goal of feedback, most will tell you it is to improve future performance. If you look at the organizational feedback given to employees, the feedback is mostly about the past. The question we need to ask ourselves before we provide feedback or feed forward is, are we involved in a repetitive task and operating in a static environment? If the answer is yes, feedback may help you in improving the performance. However, the reality is that we operate in a dynamic environment, and in such environment, even a repetitive task can bring new challenges for the performers. It is fair to state that tasks are challenging in the today's global and competitive environment, and the environment is dynamic, so feed forward is the key to improving performance. There might be a time and a place for feedback, but feed forward is about moving forward. I believe personal experiences helps us understand a concept or build a mindset for solving business problems. I was with my very young great granddaughter vacationing at a beach resort. She was playing in a hallway and saw circles on the carpet and turned to me and said, "Circles." I was impressed with her keen observation and I told her, "Good job." I gave her feedback to motivate her and recognize her accomplishment. However, there is a difference between feedback for motivating and recognizing the past performance and the feedback for improving future performance. The above interaction is an excellent example of feedback for motivating individuals. The feedback for improving future performance is referred to as feed forward. We were in a dynamic environment, walking in the hallway, and I was watching her steps to make sure she did not fall on the floor. Her tasks were changing as we were walking. After identifying the circles, she then jumped over a circle. The circle she jumped over was small and not much of a hurdle, but the next circle was larger, and I knew she would not be able to clear the circle. As soon as she jumped over the small circle, I clapped my hand and said, "Good job," and asked her to show me how you go around a circle, pointing to the bigger circle. I used feed forward to keep her motivated, safe, and happy in the hallway. The above interaction is an excellent example of a feed forward for motivating and improving the performance. Understanding the five differences between feedback and feed forward will help leaders and managers determine whether to use feedback or feed forward. Number one, feedback is about past and feed forward is about future. We cannot change the past, but we can change the future. Number two, feedback can destroy a relationship in the workplace. Feed forward encourages creative thinking. Number three, feedback is about evaluation of result using the guidelines and it creates conflict. Feed forward is about using innovation to create unlimited personal, professional, and organizational growth. Number four, feedback focuses on mistakes and lost value. Feed forward focuses on opportunities for generating future growth and value. Number five, feedback is about recognizing achievements, and feed forward is about the upcoming challenges and how to prepare for the challenges. Leaders, managers, and team members' role is not just to provide feedback on what has already occurred, but to give direction for the future. The value of the business is determined by the company's future performance and not the past. Financial analyst and investor determines the value of the stock today based on the future cash flow. Rational investors use financial feed forward to determine the value of the company today. That's why management must focus on feed forward instead of feedback to improve the employee performance. There may be a time for feedback, but feed forward is for moving forward. If you are involved in repetitive tasks and working in a static environment, feedback may improve performance. However, if the environment is dynamic, you need feed forward to improve performance even if the task is a repetitive task. If you are interested in improving your performance, you need to think about the future instead of the past. Focus on feed forward instead of feedback. Thanks for listening to the podcast.